Hi there. My name is Amrawinin with WIC 170011.
Hello, my name is Ahmad Adham bin Muhammad Atif, WIC 170002, and I'm from Network Department.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Abdullah Ali bin Mat Hanafi. I'm from System and Networking student.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Muhammad Ikhwan Aim bin Muhammad. I am the last group member for this group.
I would like to present to you our real-time sitrep for the use case diagram. So first of all, let's see at the file chief actor file chief. What he does is check the win vector, which we concluded in one use case, check the geographical conditions and receive the reports, which all of these we conclude in one use case, which is check the update situations. Alright, before we go to the firefighting personnel actor, I would like to explain to you other actors first, because he holds the main use case. So for the local meteorological center, what does he do? He calculates the wind vector, which includes in the main use case, which is firefighting personnel hold. For the geographical map, it shows road, river, and terrain information, use conservation area, and shows logging and timber plantations, which also we conclude all of this into one use case, which is show the geography conditions. This show geographic conditions use case, which is also includes in the update situations, which I'll present to you after this. For the incident commander, he handled the communications, which communications from one to another firefighting personnel, which also includes the update situation use case. And for the satellite GPS communicator, it's also one, I think, the most important thing. Monitor the location and movement, which this use case also includes in update situations. So for the update situation use case, which the actor is firefighting personnel, which also this is a part of the part-time firefighters and full-time firefighters, which holds all of these use case, which its actor is local meteorological center, geographical map, satellite GPS communicator, and incident commander, which all of these use case that actors hold update in one use case, which is update the situations. So I think that's all from me.
Today, I will present about our system, and this is half part of our UCD. This is our UCD resource inventory. Firstly, firefighting personnel, which is consist of part-time and full-time firefighters, will do the application request or notification forms, and the system will store their form in the system. Next, desk officer will fulfill their application or request or notification form, which is where firefighting personnel is doing it before. And after that, based on the form, he will manage the resource inventory, and the system will save and update it from the old to the latest item. And finally, fire chief. Fire chief will check the inventory based on what the desk officer has updated before, and based on that, he will do the deployment decision to do faster decision making. And we hope that the system will assist our fire chief to do better deployment decision.
So for our activity diagram, for wind vector, first we start with local meteorological center, and they will calculate the wind vector, and then fire chief will check the wind vector result, and then finish. And then for our next is the deploying team. The deploying team, first fire chief will check the geographical map and will display the current condition of the map, and then the fire chief will determine hot spot location, spot that he want to check, if anything that happen at that location, and then determine the nearest response team. And then the IFFS resource management system will display the list of response team, and fire chief will choose any response team that is nearby, and then it will IFFS resource management system will alert the chosen response team. If that team is not ready, it will loop again to fire chief to choose another team, and if ready, then it will respond that team and then finish. And then next, for during the operation, the IFFS resource management system will send the detailed location, and then the incident commander will observe this condition and then report about the situation, and then it send back to IFFS to save the report, and then fire chief will read the report and then give back to the resource management system. Then for our next activity the game is firefighter location. The satellite GPS communication will tag each firefighter, and then it will give to the resource management system send the coordinate of each firefighter, and then it will give back to the satellite GPS communication to update the latest information, then finish. And then for our next activity diagram is the scout and reporting. The firefighting personnel will send the fire location, and then it will give to the resource management system so it can send feedback on the information, and then firefighting personnel will execute the order that they have been given, and then finish.
And I will talk about the manage resource activity diagram. So first of all, we can see here, this is the initial state, or we can call it here, the node here is the initial node. So we'll go an outgoing age here to the first activity, which is the firefighting personnel will log in as a personnel. So through this age, we made this diamond here. This is called whether it is a decision node or a merging node, depends on the situation. But we can see there's two outgoing age here going into this node, means that this one is a merging node. So from here, there will be two activities going into this node, which is login as personal and prompt for error message. This one I will talk about later. So proceeding to the next activity, which is write online forms. The firefighting personnel will write online forms and then send it to the IFFS resource management system to be checked. But before that, the activity will go through a decision node. So in this decision node, we can see there's two we call as a guard. This one is like the condition for the flow of the activity where it's going to go. So if the online form, if the firefighting personnel chooses to send the form, it will go straight to the IFFS resource management system. But if he or she decides to cancel the form, it will go here, which is the activity final node. This node here will terminate all the executing activities in the activity diagram. So yes, if it goes here, all the activity in here will be terminated. So let's assume that he sends the form, he checks the form. I mean the system checks the form. So and we go here. This one is a decision node, just because we can see a guard here. So if the form is not completed, the system will prompt an error message, sending it back to the firefighting personnel to redo the online form. But if the firefighting personnel manage to complete the form, the system will save it and send notification form to the desk officer Okay, it starts a new one. It starts another activity here. Initiation node, going to log in as a staff. The desk officer will log in as a staff and then merge with the send notification forms, means that the staff will receive notifications from the management system. After receiving the notifications, and we will go here. This one is a merging node with the form error message. We'll talk about later. So we go down here. The desk officer will edit the inventory. After editing the inventory, so this node here is a decision node. Decision node between cancel editing or you want to update the inventory. So let's assume that the desk officer here wants to cancel the editing. So it will go here, the activity finder node, which will then terminates all the activity, same as like this one. But if the desk officer wants to update the inventory, it will go to this edge and then goes to another decision node. This one is whether the information is not completed or is completed. But okay, let's assume first that it is not completed. So the system will send a prompt error message to the desk officer to redo again the information, to write back the information to complete it. So if he wasn't able to complete, this prompt error message will be executed. But if the information is completed, the system will save the updated inventory, and then therefore the desk officer managed to update the inventory going to this edge, outgoing edge, going to the activity finder nodes, and it will end the activity for this activity diagram. So that's all for me. I am Muhammad Ikhwan Naim once again. Would like to say thank you for watching. That's all.